Hey guys, welcome to Safi Mixed. In this video, I am simulating the dynamics of a wave pulse. So I put this function over here in order to clear the memory of the kernel, and then I construct a function of 5 variables a, b, c, x, and t, and the form of this exponential function. And this exponential function obviously defines a wave pulse with amplitude a. Here B has dimension of length inverse and C has dimension of time inverse. To see that this function correctly describes a wave pulse, I plot it for different options of the parameter. So I feed this in the argument of plot function, and I set the parameter A equals 2, B equals 1, C equals 1. I leave x as it is and t as it is, and I set the position x to different values like this. I first create a list of the values, and I put a single value of f equals 0.5. Let's Mathematica will plot the position of the pulse at x is equal to minus 1.5, and I ask Mathematica to plot this function for different values of t starting from minus 3 to 3, let's say, and I run the function. So this is the shape of the pulse which lies at position x equals minus 1.5. I want to see the progression of the wave. If at another position, let me add the value minus 1. If I plot this, yes, the wave pulse has moved to this position. And if I keep on adding different values, for example, I add minus 0.5, so the pulse has moved forward in time. And similarly, if I add 0, I have another pulse, that is, the pulse is moving forward in time. And similarly, I add another value like 0.5. This is now another pulse. I add another value 1 for position, and finally I end this with the values 1.5. So this figure shows the progression of the wave pulse with time at different positions: minus 1.5, minus 1, 0.5, 0, 0, and so on. So this less and fig defines the values of the position of pulse. Now I want to use another Mathematica function to see the dynamics of the wave pulse for different choices of the values of x, and that I can do by using manipulate function. So I use manipulate function, and inside the argument of manipulate, I copy this whole thing first from here, and I paste this over here. I construct here a list of the values of f and put it like this. So these curly brackets would construct a list of the values of f for different choices of x and t, and I remove this part, and now I add a list of the value of x at this position, which moves from minus 5 to 5, and then I close the command brackets. Now if I run this part of the I made a mistake over here. I should put a comma. Now if I run this command, now I get this thing. So if I click on the plus sign and I play this simulation, it goes like this. It gives the dynamics of the pulse. I want to make another short changes here in the command so that the amplitude remain constant, and that I can do at this position by adding the command plotting range, and inside the plotting range I add 0 to 2. And now if I run and add this playlist, the amplitude would remain constant and the pulse is moving in the forward direction. I can reduce the speed by pressing this button a number of times so that we could see the dynamics very clearly. You see, now the pulse generates moving to the forward direction. Its position is changing along the axis, and that ends. So the pulse, if generated in a string, will move like this in the forward direction. Thanks for watching.